Hello guys, this is Chris Snyder reporting from Kansas City, Missouri. It's August 4th, 2017. I am here in yet another heavy downpour. There's supposed to be pretty bad flooding around this time. It's past 9 p.m. So anyway, I just want to give you a rundown of a day in a life of a storm. Kansas City, this place is very crazy, especially in the, I don't know, I guess all year, but recently this summer, it's definitely been a challenge. So you may notice, it's beautiful. The storm is impressive. Anyway, so what I did is, you may notice I have two metal studs now, and what you can't see is there's a wire that runs between them down. On the other side, the same. The wire's not up yet. And then I have in the corner, I have these eye bolts. So I have metal wires that are going to go along the front, like this and like this. Right now, they're pulled from the corner to the stud wall on either side. If you've caught earlier footage, you'll see how Nehemiah and Matt and I had shorted up with wood. So I took those 2x4s down and used cables to kind of recreate that degree of stability. And so I've come here tonight to just see how it's faring. I don't have all the metal studs along the roof, the joist there, if you will. So I shorted up with a little bit more 2x4s to kind of keep it from water standing on the roof, which can add, 8 pounds a gallon, which adds up quick. And that could bust a seam and just pour the inside and destroy tools and whatnot. Which reminds me, Matt's tools are back in here. I better get those out of there. My compressor is still in there. I'm going to cover it up with this towel I have in my lap, and hopefully that's sufficient. The wasps are still hanging out here, and that's impressive. And what else can I say I've done? I've just kind of dried things and put 2x4s like against the wall a little bit too, in places against the back wall on the side. And one of the biggest issues I'm concerned about is in this pile here, this tarp. They asked me to clean up my wood pile and everything, clean it up. And you know, honestly, I could, this is about the best I could do. This is all my building material under here. So that's my insulation, my bamboo ply, and my flooring and stuff. So the boxes of the flooring have been getting wet on the edges. So I'm afraid that that underlayment, which is bamboo, even though it's like a vinyl floor, may be permanently damaged, and I'll have to cut off all the ends of the floor, and hopefully not worse. So that's a scary predicament. And let's see, what else? Yeah, so the water kind of gets in. So I put some wood under the tarp on its end so it'll run off. I think there's probably holes in the tarp, or just as it falls, it kind of gets in there. There's already, everything is up on a pallet, and there's probably, I don't know, easily a ½ inch, or more. I step in a pool of water on this side of the tarp. So I'm glad I have it off the ground by a good 4 inches or so with the pallet. That's it. I guess, let's see, check in later. I might be here again in the middle of the night to see how it's doing. Thankfully, it's not very windy right now. And you know what? I'm going to try and make this even more interesting of a footage, if you don't mind. Give me a sec. I'm going to show you the radar. So here we are. We are in the middle. All right, I'm going to zoom in. Wichita is down here. We're in this band. See the blue dot? So that red is bad. Let's see how much more we have. It's interesting how it's all very scattered. Anyway, let's zoom out a little. How long is this going to go on? It looks like it's going to be 2 more hours, if not longer. I mean, that tail on that thing keeps going. It's all the way still in, let's see, Salina, Kansas. So it's, which is what, probably 50 miles away, and I don't know how many miles an hour the winds are. Let's check this real quick. 74 out, wind. I love this app. Shout out here to weather. What's the weather app? Or radar. No, sorry, it's called radar. Does it tell you the, sorry, let me zoom. Does it tell you the wind? I don't know, I don't see it. Anyway, it doesn't seem very windy, thankfully. Oh, here we go, here we go. Can you see that? I'll just tell you. That makes more sense. All right, 18 miles an hour, 15.9 knots. That's actually a lot. So that scares me. I mean, there may be gusts in here. So, okay, that's it. I'm reporting from my new to me used 2011 Toyota 4Runner, 105,000 miles. I wanted a reliable towing car. Had these in the past, and they're great. So, so anyway, you'll get to see it from the outside. It's really a nice vehicle. Yeah, let's here. I kind of like this little splash screen right here. Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? I don't know. Anyway, it says 4Runner right there. But I told you what it is, so you don't need to see it. All right, I'm gonna go lock the gate. My baby is all right for now. If I had more hands on deck, it's way too long that this wall has been off and vulnerable. So, judge me as you will, and hopefully history will prove that, or I'll show, you know, that I can do this. All right, thanks for watching, guys. It's Chris here in Kansas City at the Camper Restoration Project. It is August 23rd. We had another deluge here in KC. I was out of town for a race out in Pikes Peak this past weekend, and we got into town, and she sustained a little bit more damage. I actually got a visitor in town. My mom is here in the... Say hi, Ann. This is... I had glass leaning up against here, and this was the bathroom glass, the hall kind of vanity, you know, for checking your like wardrobe and such, and it fell and broke, and so that's bad luck, right? 7 years or something. I've already had the bad luck with a camper, so I feel like that shouldn't make it worse. Something else to highlight, I think there were definitely winds again this storm. I think it helped that I had this metal cable installed. It's not as taut right now as I'd like, but I'd like to think that helped. Here's this impressive hard pine that I'm gonna put in everywhere just to show you that. And yeah, what else? This was just mainly for my mom to be able to say hello. She is telling me I need to kill these wasps, and I don't know how I feel about that. It was originally 1, and now there's like 8, and I'm really impressed.
Activity?
No, Mom, don't. My mom's an instigator.
I'll show you how you'll know how many are there if you...
No, I don't. I'm telling you, they've left me alone. I've been working here on the front, and they sent one scout out. He sized me up, told everyone I'm not dangerous, I think. But anyway, maybe I guess relocating is not an option for some reason. What else can I tell you about the most recent damage? So, okay, look, I got the new flooring, or the new, you know, the first section of the underbelly. I had polished it up, and then it got wet. And, you know, I think this is all cosmetic. You know, it better not start corroding again, or I'm definitely gonna assert that this is inferior aluminum. But it's just unfortunate. It was nice and shiny, and now it's got watermarks. These are my new brackets. They all got rust too, so I think I'm gonna these are meant for leaf springs and such, for axles. I'm using them to mount my stabilizer jacks. I'm gonna put them as far forward as I can, so I'm gonna drill through the aluminum, put a little plastic spacer in there, and then they're gonna go like this one all the way down to mount the stabilizer. So anyway, that's what those are about. Cushions, they've got a little bit wet, so I guess that's some mold. I don't know if they're recoverable or not, so certainly comments welcome. That's it. I'm gonna go over and help my mom pick up that glass, and then just to show you yet again, this is how much water we had. A giant bucket. This weather's just been demoralizing and just upsetting. The new aluminum, I put it in here so it won't be exposed to the elements and corrode. And I do have a little leak right up here, but luckily it didn't get on it. So, all right, that's all. Thanks for watching.